Morning.
All right, everybody.
Morning, guys.
Good morning.
Morning, Alex.
Mickelson, the captain of the HyFlyers GC. Welcome, Phil.
Thank you.
So, how does it feel to be back in Arizona? You have a lot of history here. I think you won your first amateur competition here in 1991, and you went to ASU, so you got a lot of history. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I really enjoy the state of Arizona, but also Tucson has been a great place for me. It's where I won my first professional event in 1991 as an amateur, and I have fond memories of coming back here. And so to participate here and bring LIV Golf to Tucson is exciting for me and everybody else involved with LIV.
So the HyFlyers has a new look and feel this year. You've got new team members. Talk a little bit about the kind of rebranding of your team and what it's like to have Brendan and James now.
I could not be happier with our team, and it's the chemistry and the way we have worked together. And I think that there's an aspect of team golf that we're starting to see a little bit here that helps each other elevate and get the best out of each other. And the best example I could use is that in the last 2 weeks since Mexico, James and Cameron, who live in Florida, have been playing together and working and playing little short game competitions, and Steely and I have been working back in San Diego, and he's been helping me a little bit with the driver, and I've been helping him a little bit with short irons, and we are starting to help each other help each other get the best out of each other, and that's an aspect that we haven't really seen in professional golf because it's such an individual sport that either you don't feel comfortable asking or you don't want to share. And with the team dynamic, I think we're going to help each other elevate our games.
I know you take your captaincy very seriously. It's evident across the board. So can you just tell us a little bit about what you're doing as a captain? Are you guys doing team meetings? Are you doing team get-togethers during the week?
We had a big meeting last night, a big dinner last night with everybody involved with the HyFlyers, because to be our best as a professional golfer, it takes a lot of support. You have to have a lot of support from a lot of different areas. You can't be your best without help from others, and so you have to humble yourself and ask for help. And we tried to have everybody associated with the HyFlyers, from our fitness, our physical therapy, our coaching, our caddies, our families, support systems, wives, as well as the executives who are running the team and doing all the day-to-day stuff who are here. So we had everybody there so that we all develop a close relationship and help each other accomplish some common goals.
Last one for you. So you said you had your first professional in 1991. I think if I do the math, that's 9 years maybe before James Pye was even born.
Yeah, I was 11, so.
So are you mentoring him? How is it like to have such a young gun on your team, and what's that dynamic and relationship like?
Having somebody with that much energy, excitement, motivation, and work ethic has been a really good thing for our team. He brings a very youthful energy and his willingness to put in the work, as well as his curiosity to learn and get better, makes him a great addition. He's going to be an incredible player and accomplish a lot of things in this game, and he's going to be lifting up the HyFlyers as he does it.
Awesome. Throw it over to Mike.
Bill, by my count, you've won 7 pro events in the States. What is it about Arizona style courses that brings out the best?
I think going to college up the road and playing and practicing on the conditions here play a big part of that. I think that there's an elevation challenge of, although it's 3,000 feet, it's not like going to Mile High in Denver, but there's still a challenge of learning how to hit certain shots, distance control with the irons, that when you spend years here, like I did in college, it's a lot easier to figure out. I think that's a big part of it. But also just being comfortable here and the way that people have supported me over the years helps me play my best too.
What's your best memory of 91, and do you still have that consciousness?
I do still have it. It's a very special tournament for me because it opened so many doors and created so many opportunities before I even turned professional, and allowed me to go back to college and have a vehicle right onto professional golf when I got out. It's one of my most fond accomplishments in the game. And as I look back, I think the thing that I recall, or I like to look back on, was that I actually made a triple bogey on the 14th hole, the final round, and overcame that with the birdies on 16 and 18 coming down the stretch. Because you're not going to play perfect golf all the time, and sometimes you have to overcome some obstacles, and having that be an obstacle to overcome my first win was a big obstacle. It was a big challenge, and I always look back on that as a reminder, never give up and to keep fighting. You just don't know what's going to happen.
And my last question, what are your thoughts on the proposed rollback to golf?
Yeah, I was actually surprised to hear this. So I have not read up on it. I haven't looked into it. I haven't really looked at the data. So I don't really have an opinion on it right now. I just don't have enough knowledge to really on the subject to formulate an opinion yet.
Phil, a year ago you talked about how a rival league wanted to how they reacted now in the last few months, especially the last few days. What was your reaction to listening to that? How much is LIV's golf's fingerprints all over those changes?
You asked that as a question. It should be more of a statement about the fingerprints and so forth. I think that it's really a good thing. I'm happy to see it. I'm happy to see it for the tour. I think that there will always be a need and a want for traditional golf, and there's always an opportunity to innovate and allow LIV to be additive and create something new and different for the game of golf. I also think that the changes bring the best players about more often, and I think that's what fans want and what the sponsors want. They want to know what they're buying, and those are all things that LIV have provided for their fans and for their sponsors and television and so forth. And so I think it's a good model to follow, and I'm glad that they are.
There have been, I guess even Bubba said it, there have been people who have said that if this happened a year ago, we might not have LIV Golf.
Well, then I'm thankful that it didn't happen a year ago, because I'm really happy with the way LIV has brought about new change to the game, because this team aspect is something that we really never saw as a possibility in golf until LIV came along. It's brought about a new energy for me. It's brought about a new dynamic, and my teammates and myself are helping each other be our best, and that's been a lot of fun, playing practice rounds with them, going to dinner, hanging out. It's brought a lot more joy to professional golf experience, and I'm really appreciative that it's come about. So I'm glad that those changes didn't happen a year ago.
Most players on the PGA Tour talk about majors and the importance of majors. You used to talk about that all the time as well. So how getting prepared for majors is LIV going to be maybe an impediment because your focus is going to be on your team so much, you'll have to be able to prepare for your majors the same way?
To bring the most value to your team, you've got to play your best, and so you still have to put in the work and shoot low scores. That's how you bring the value to your team as a player, and so that's not going to change. That'll be the same whether it's in team golf or individual golf. But the support system to help be your best is certainly a nice benefit. We're all grateful that we're able to participate in the Masters and all the majors, because there was a lot of talk that might not happen. But here we are able to do that, and we're all grateful for that as well.
Do you also feel that LIV is, I mean, it's not even been a year yet from your first tournament from last year. So how do you feel like the progress has gone, and what do you see are the things that you still need to be working on?
It has all happened so fast, and everything's got moved up a year because we had so much demand with so many top players coming over, that we ended up moving the league and the team aspect up a year. And so there's a lot happening. There's a lot of transition. There's a lot of kind of figuring things out as we go. But to think that we are where we are today in less than a year, it's beyond amazing. evolution. We'll just simply evolve, and when we see something that can be better, we have the fluidity to make the change and make it better. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of specifics that we could look at and say, gosh, do we need to go to 72 holes to get world golf ranking points, or do we need to, what do we need to do to be the best product? But really, it comes down to how can we provide the best product to fans, to sponsors, and also, this is a question that LIV has been asking that I haven't been asked in the last 32 years. How can we make this the best experience for the professionals as well? And that's what's exciting for us as players to be a part of this league.
Do you think you will need to go to 70 holes to get the World Golf ranking?
I don't know. Like I say, those are all things that we can look at and talk about, and we have, again, the fluidity to make changes if it's in the best interests of the players or of the league or for the fans or for the sponsors. But I don't feel that that's a pressing need right now, otherwise it would have been changed. But again, the great thing about this league is its fluidity and its ability to adapt and make changes and do things that quickly to make things better.
Hey Phil, Teddy Fenton with Luckiest Golfers on Earth. How are you?
Good, Teddy.
It's good to see you. My question is about your physical being. You talked about working with the team on the physical aspect, and your mental aspect, the whole 9 yards. Can you share for the guys that are 50 or getting close and over what your secret is? Because you look great.
I appreciate you saying that. I mean, everything that I've tried to do in the last few years, but specifically in this offseason and recently, I've tried to really put wellness at the forefront. I mean, I even have a company around it. And so all the products that I put into my body, I try to allow myself to recover and to get in better shape and to eat less, kind of curb my appetite. And we added a physical therapist to our team. I haven't really had a physical therapist. I've had a trainer for a number of years. Sean Cochran's been with me for 20 years, and he's helped elongate my career. It's been a huge thing for me to be at 52 years old now without battling any physical injuries and being able to play. And we added Gino Cinco as our physical therapist, and this is a new additive to get my body functioning right and so forth and recover faster. And then my job and responsibility is to make sure that the things I put inside my body allow me to do that. And as I've gotten older, I've had to take a lot more accountability for that, much more so than I did in my 20s and 30s. And I wish I had looked back and had the knowledge and had the education to implement those changes back then, because I don't like looking back and say, what if I had done that? But here I am today, and taking a lot more accountability and allowing myself to play and compete at a much higher level than a lot of people could at this age.
Well, keep it up. You
Thank
look
you.
great. Good luck this week.
Thank you.
You got it.
How about the TV contract with CW? We finally got a TV contract. Ratings weren't fantastic to begin with. What's your expectation with that and how that's going?
Again, it's one of those things that we're all grateful for, because we were told, oh, well, we're not going to have a TV deal. Well, we've got a TV deal with 120 million homes, and that's just in the U.S. I mean, internationally, we have a lot more exposure as well, and those relationships are really strong. And it will take some doing on our part, on CW's part, to get the word out that LIV Golf is on CW, but that will slowly evolve.
Phil, did you have any influence on bringing LIV to Arizona?
I would like to say that I had a direct impact on it. It really wasn't. I mean, we've tried to nail down some markets that have always wanted and supported professional golf, and Tucson's supported professional golf, and then it got taken away a few decades ago. And granted, I participated in a Champions event. We were here, the Champions Tour was here a couple of weeks ago. I played a couple years ago here. But world-class golf, like the best players in the world, like the Dustin Johnsons and the Cam Smiths and Brysons and Brooks and so forth, to bring that back to Tucson, I'm really proud to be a part of that, even though it wasn't me saying we've got to do this. It was looking at it in general and saying this is really a good spot for us to be. It'd be great for the tour, for the league. It'd be great for the area as well.
You mentioned the fans and the relationship
It's fun for me to see a lot of familiar faces that I haven't seen in a little while. It's fun for me to get back here, and it's fun to feel the support. I mean, it's hard. It's a hard golf course to walk, so and you got to be a little careful walking in the desert with some of the wildlife going on. But it's nice to feel the support here.
Hi, Phil. So talking about Sun Devils and everything, there's a lot of former Sun Devils here playing at the LIV tournament this week. So talking about David Pooch, he's the youngest out of all the Sun Devils. Have you gotten to talk to him, and what do you think about his game?
I actually played with him about a month ago in San Diego. We went out to the Grand and played around, and he made 11 birdies in that round, and it was very impressive. He's a very talented golfer, and he's on a great team for him as well, because that Spanish-speaking fiery connection, like, is really a good thing for him. He's got Joaquin Neiman on his team, and he's really a good guy, very young as well, talented, and I think he's going to help him get the best out. But David's got a lot of talent. I've seen it firsthand.
Phil, when the Masters come up, what are your expectations when the LIV golfers go to Augusta to mingle with the PGA?
No expectations, really. We're just grateful we're able to play and compete and be a part of it. And a lot of the people there that are playing and competing in the Masters are friends for decades, and I'm looking forward to seeing them again.
And what is the significance of getting Bryson and Cam Smith and those guys to join LIV?
Well, it's massive. It's another thing that I think everybody's grateful for, because again, we were told, well, LIV won't ever get the top players, and gosh, we have so many top players in the world that it's a quality product, and it's something that we're all grateful for. Just another thing we're all grateful for.
Phil,
All right.
match play is going to be gone after next week on the PGA Tour. Could you see a scenario where you would fill the void here?
It's a perfect format and opportunity to fill the match play void, because the negative of the match play is that the most exciting days are earlier in the week, and then the fans and sponsors only have 1 or 2 matches to follow on the weekend, and the team aspect could make the match play much more exciting, because you would always have 3 matches in the finals, even if there were only 2 teams playing. You could have 6 matches if you had the 3rd and 4th team playing for 3rd place. And even if you have a blowout match, you still would have to win 2 out of 3 matches, and those other 2 matches would be coming down to the wire and create a lot of excitement. So there's an opportunity with the team dynamic that LIV Golf could have a match play scenario. It's certainly something that we're discussing as a possibility for the season-ending event, but we also want to make sure that we have enough golfers on the golf course, which has been the knock-on match play.
So, Phil, why do you think LIV came to Tucson instead of Phoenix?
I think it's a great opportunity. It's an opportunity to be in a market that is a golf market supportive of professional golf and hasn't had the highest level golf in the world in a while, and bring that back to a community that deserves it. So that's a big part of it, plus the quality of golf courses, the quality of the experience. There's a lot of great reasons to be here.
Great. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Phil.
Thank you.
We have golf carts off to the side.